Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jyoti Digulwani with Research Methodology 1. We have started chapter number 1 and in last video we have seen methods of knowing. Under that we have gone with the non-scientific methods. There are three non-scientific methods: method of tenacity, method of appeal to authority and method of intuition. Now today we will go with the second method, that is known as scientific method. What is scientific method? It's a systematic step-by-step procedure following the logical processes of reasoning. This is a systematic rational approach to seeking facts. What is this method? It's a step-by-step method. That is, directly you are not accepting whatever come across us, or directly you are not accepting anything what is said by our grandparents, by our parents, or by our relatives. Here you have to go as a researcher step by step. How you have to go step by step? Firstly, you can say that you have to identify a question that you want to do research or you want to collect data for this particular topic. This is your first step. Then you have to identify from which area you want to do this survey. Then who are going to do survey? Suppose if it is not possible to collect data by yourself, then you can appoint certain person on behalf of you to collect the data. After collection of data, analysis should be done. Then for analysis, which statistical tools can be used for a particular question should be decided. Then after doing analysis, finally conclusion will come. So this is what step by step. Again I am repeating, firstly you have to identify question on which you want to do research. Then number 2, you have to identify main area where you want to do research. And yes, you have also decided that on whom you want to do research. It should be decided to whom you are going to include in your research work. Then if by alone it is not possible for you people to do the research, then who are going to help you in doing the research? After collecting the data, whatever information you want to gather, after gathering that whole data, certain statistical tools should be applied. Then which statistical tools are going to be applicable on your data, and afterwards you have to reach to the result and to the conclusion. So this whole procedure is going step by step, and obviously if you are going through whole this procedure, then you are going to do it with the proofs, with the evidences. So here scientific method is a step by step method. It's a, you can say that, systematic method which collects the data step by step, as well as it goes with the logical processes of reasoning. That is, it gives you certain evidences, it gives you certain proofs, as well as it goes with certain goals. So scientific method is a systematic method, you can say. Now according to syllabus, they are also asking certain features of scientific method, as well as they also do ask qualities of good research. So let us go in detail with the features or qualities of good research. Under that, there are majorly 10 qualities. Number 1, reliance on empirical evidences. That is, it is fully based on the proofs. Directly, as I said, that like non-scientific method where we are accepting anything which is said by our parents, by our relatives, by our grandparents, but here it is not the case. Here always everything should be accepted on the basis of evidence. But which evidence? Empirical. Meaning of empirical, that means by trial and error or by testing again and again whatever proof is generated. I am repeating it again. Empirical, that means by trial and error method, and by doing again and again repeatedly research on particular topic, you are collecting certain proof. That is known as empirical evidence. By only doing analysis once, you are not accepting it, you are doing trial again and again. So here scientific method is based on evidences, that is on proof. But which proof? Which are trialed again and again. Directly it is not accepting anything which is coming in the way. Then number 2 is commitment to objectivity. Objectivity, that means it is fully based to the goal and target only. In last videos we have discussed that a research work cannot work without aim, without goal. Now, how goal can be decided? Let us take one example. Suppose if you are doing survey on satisfaction of the students on the study of online using instrument. I am repeating it again. Suppose if you are doing research on the satisfaction level of the students on online teaching, in short. Now here your main target is you want to check the satisfaction of the students related to online learning. How much they are satisfied, which problems they are facing, or what are their requirements. Now this can be the goal of the main study. What can be the goals? I am repeating it again. How much they are satisfied, what are their requirements, what problems they are facing while going through this online learning. So this can be the aims of the study. So here as a researcher only you have to study related to the satisfaction, problems and requirement of the student during online learning. So here you can say that this scientific method is fully based on objective. It is mainly based on the target only. You have to stick to your goal. You don't have to go to the other you can say that things, that what are the habits of the students and what are they liking and disliking. It should not be included. Here if you are checking satisfaction, then you have to check the satisfaction only. If they are not satisfied, then why and which problems they are facing and what they need actually to satisfy themselves. This is the main motive of the scientific method. So you can say that it is based on proof and it is based on proof as well as it goes with the target only. Then number 3, involvement of qualified people. Here qualified people are involved in the research work. How qualified people are involved? Whenever as a researcher you are preparing questions, so directly simple questions cannot be put it to the people. In the same way, directly higher level question cannot be put it to the people on whom you want to do survey. You have to go with certain type of question with the average question, which is not too easy, which is not too tough. To prepare question, qualified people are required. Obviously uneducated people or those who are not having certain level of education cannot prepare questions. So qualification of the people are involved in preparing of the question. Then you can say that after preparing question, you have to appoint certain person on behalf of you who will do survey from different places. Again, people are required who can do survey. Directly you cannot hand over your questions to different people that take it and fill it up. You have to make request to the people to fill your questions. You have to convince to the people. Again, for that qualified people are required to collect the data. Then to analysis data, again there is a requirement of qualified people. Directly you cannot only count and say that this much of the people are satisfied, this much of the people are not satisfied. It should go with the statistical tools, and sometimes it is possible to calculate by yourself, sometimes it is not possible to calculate by yourself. So what you have to do, you have to appoint certain person who will do calculation on behalf of you. For that again there is a requirement of qualified people. So for each and every step there is a requirement of qualified people who can work with you, who can work behalf of you. So here in a scientific method there is a involvement of qualified people at each and every step. Number 4 is procedural and systematic. As I said earlier also, it is going step by step. That's why it's a systematic method and procedural. How? Again repeating it again. Firstly, you have to identify question on which you want to do research. Number 2, you have to identify the persons on whom you want to do research. Then number 3, you have to identify area where exactly you want to conduct the research. You have to appoint certain person on behalf of you to collect the data as well as to analyze the data. You have to use certain statistical tools, and then finally you can reach to the conclusion. So here you can say that this scientific method is a step-by-step method. That's why it is a procedural and systematic method. Directly it is not reaching to any conclusion. So today we are here concluding with the 4 qualities of good research or of scientific method. In the next video we will go with the next features. Till then, stay tuned. Goodbye.